Rules of the Forgotten River. The boatman's warning. The river looks calm, but it remembers everything. That's what the old boatman told me when I first stepped onto the dock. The planks groaned under my feet, wet with morning mist. The air smelled of salt, mud, and something ancient, like the river had been here long before us and would be here long after. He called them the river rules. I didn't know if he was serious, but by the end of the night, I understood why no one dared to break them. Rule number 1, never step on a boat without permission. The boatman's eyes were gray as the water. He stood silent for a long time before nodding to let me board. I thought it was just superstition, some old ritual for tourists. But later, I realized every boat on that river had its own soul. Some welcomed you, some didn't. Rule number 2, the river owns the night. When the sun set, the fog rolled in so thick I couldn't see the front of the boat. The only sound was the steady dip of the oar, except when it wasn't. Once or twice, the oar caught on something deep below, something that didn't feel like mud or weeds. The boatman never looked down. "Don't ask what's under us," he whispered. The way he said it told me it wasn't a request. Rule number 3, if you hear singing, row the other way. It was near midnight when it happened. A soft melody drifted across the water, a woman's voice, beautiful but wrong somehow, like it came from everywhere at once. The boatman's hands moved faster on the oars, his face pale. "Don't listen," he said, "and don't answer." My ears burned with the sound. For a moment, I wanted to jump in, to follow it. But I gripped the boat's edge until my knuckles ached. Rule number 4, the river gives back what it takes, but not when you want. We passed a broken lantern floating on the water. It flickered once, though there was no fire inside, and then went out. The boatman said it belonged to a man who had crossed years ago. "The river kept him," he muttered, "but it left the light for us." I shivered. The mist was so cold, it felt like hands running over my arms. Rule number 5, never look over the side after midnight. I broke this one. Curiosity got the better of me. I leaned over and saw a face staring back. Not mine. Its eyes were wide and white, its mouth open as though screaming under the water. When I pulled back, the boat rocked violently, and for a second, I thought we would capsize. The boatman didn't speak for the rest of the night. When we reached the far side, the mist parted, and I stepped onto the bank. The boatman didn't say goodbye, he just pushed off and disappeared into the fog. I turned back to the river one last time. The water looked calm again, but now I knew the truth. The river wasn't calm. It was waiting, and someday it would call me back.